Good evening. Hey. All right, all right. Glad to see you all. You're coming out. My opinion, my historical opinion on Barack Obama is that I know a number of citizens, Americans in this country, and through my extensive travel, everybody, it's been hands down. I campaigned for him in Texas, I campaigned for him in Kentucky, and volunteered to do other work for the Barack Obama campaign. And everywhere I go, every instance, for the most part, they say that this is the first time that we've had a serious contender. Not only a serious contender, like the brother Albert said a second ago about how he's done everything legitimate, he's done everything clean, and they're still trying to dig up dirt on this cat. You know, it's going to get real grimy. I mean, from Iowa till now, it's been, what, 4.5 months? And we have 6 months between now and the general election, so you just can imagine the time that they have to go ahead and try to find some dirt or more or less make up some dirt on Mr. Barack and Senator Obama. So, of course, he's a trailblazer in all regards, in all aspects of our society, and obviously a role model, and like Brother Patrick said a second ago about being the invisible man. Prior to 4 years ago, I heard nothing of Barack Obama. Now, of course, everybody has Barack Obama mania, and I don't think it's a temporary thing. I think this is something that's here to stay, and I think this brother's truly impacted the culture, impacted the American landscape, political-wise, culturally speaking, and I've never seen nothing like this, the likes of my voting days, the last 2 or 3 voting cycles. And so, you know, I think that, and I have his book right here, The Audacity of Hope. I just want to read something to you real quick. And this is from page 55. It says, in every society and in every individual, these twin strands, the individualistic and the communal, and solidarity are intention. And it has been one of these blessings of America that the circumstances of our nation's birth allowed us to negotiate these tensions better than most. And what that brother is saying is that this country, you know, there's other opportunities for people. There's always another avenue that you can see. And also he goes on to say, we did not have to go through any of the violent upheavals that Europe was forced to endure when it shed its feudal past. Our passage from agricultural to an industrial society was eased by the sheer size of the continent, vast traces of land, and abundant resources that allowed the new immigrants to continuously remark on themselves and make pivotal changes in our society. So with that, he's saying that make the land usable for yourself. And also, I think there's another hidden message in here. He talks about farmers and how city folks look down on farmers. And personally, I used to be one of those city folks that used to look down on farmers or country folk. Just riding in from Philadelphia, you know, never actually went out to the suburbs. So we finally went out to some of the farmland out here. And the bus driver said, hey, what are you laughing at? I said, look at those people, they're out there in the fields working. So the bus driver said to me, well, son, those people don't have to go to a grocery store. They have their own grocery store in the backyard. They don't have to buy water from nobody. They got their own well. They got their own cheese, they got their own everything, produce, vegetables, etc. So it hit me then, okay, about these different paradigms in our society. And so I think that's one of the messages on page 55 that Senator Obama was talking about. And I think a lot of our senators now, they don't have the opportunity to talk about these things.